Hey guys, what up? It's Apex. Give me 1 second. I'll let my buddies stand in for a bit. Jokes on jokes, but today is no joke, people. I figured a lot of you guys who watch our stuff are true Americans anyway, so I figured, you know what? Let me just make some basic self-defense videos. I mean, self-defense is pretty explanatory, but there is a lot of technique that goes into defending yourself, whether you like it or not. And the first thing we're going to teach you to do is how to throw a punch properly and explain the science behind it. Now, first thing you need to know is punching. There's a lot of different ways to do it. I'm showing you the basic standard 1-2, if you want to call it that. And I guess we should begin. So, how to make a fist. Grab your hand. See this? This is your hand. It's used for many things, but today we're making a fist. So, close your fingers how you normally would. Like, this is how I would throw a punch. You want to make sure your thumb is protected. Not in like this. You'll break your thumb. Trust. JK, it's not broken, but close your fist like this. Standard fist. The knuckles you hit with. Yes, you don't hit with this. You know, you hit with your knuckles. Boom. Front two, big knuckles, Mutaquan knuckles. Pretty explanatory. They're the ones you contact with first. So, remember, protect your face. Alright? Your face is what makes you be able to see them and see where they're coming. Your arms are your second line of defense. You want to know what your first is? Anything that's ranged. You have a gun? Good. You have a knife? Even better. If you're out of shit and it's your hands and shit, you want to use your feet first. They create distance. And they're usually the most powerful thing on your body. Let me tell you, I could probably squish a watermelon with my thighs. Don't take that out of context. But now that we know proper stance, the next thing, and proper where you should place your hands, make sure you're not like your backhand, whatever stance you're in, is next to your face. You want to keep it off. You want your arms sort of to be loose, you know, like drunken fist style, you know. But now we're going to talk about stance. Usually there's about 2 stances, 3 that you would throw a punch from. Anything else you're really like, it's situational. But let me switch you and turn on the light because it's easy. Okay. See this? This is your normal fighting slash front stance. L stance. And then regular just like standing horse stance. When you're fighting, and the way you saw me, I was in this stance, an L stance. Not an L stance, a front stance. Or a fighting stance. You gotta remember, when you're throwing punches, depending on what arm you're throwing with, it's your front one, you're not really using your hips, but if you're throwing punches, you gotta, when your arm's back here, sort of, you gotta twist and curl. Just like that. Twist, curl. See how I'm using those knuckles front? Now let's show you some easy points for striking. Of course, you would think the face is pretty good to strike. It is. There are other places you can hit on a human at torso level and still create enough damage. Now, please excuse his, oh, okay. Works. Perfect. Now, chest area, you see? And abs. Now, if you look on your own body, you feel your ribs. Now, once you feel the bottom of your ribs, go inward, like where feel your chest bone, like right here, right under there is what we would call a sternum hit. And usually, we usually throw punches like this. Sternum punches, I usually throw them like this, covers more area. Still same principle, hit with your Mutaquan knuckles. But, once you sort of can see it on a guy, you get used, it's more of something that you see and you instinctively know after a few years how to judge a person's body and where to aim. But, sternum shot, if they're not tense, they get the wind knocked out of them usually with that. So like I said, Mutaquan knuckle, punch. And let me just show you a real, I really don't want to bust his ass, but that's what I got him for. But he's not even, but see, I'm going to throw it back punch. Pretty good. And that was proper technique at 10% power. You can control how fast you're going. You know, how much power is behind the punch. But yeah, that's just one of the many things you can hit on a person. If you're really boxing and you know boxing and you know area points, the kidneys are also a very vital strike area. They if you strike them properly, basically what your kidneys do, or your liver, depending on what kind of shot you get, they're basically not held in by anything. So imagine, do I even have a good example of that? I don't have really a good, unless I had a balloon or something, but basically think your organs are like, oh man, wish I had one of those. You know what? Give me 1 second. Perfect demo box right here. Some Tupperware. So imagine these two coins are in this thing are your kidneys. You see how much those coins ran around? But imagine getting punched in the kidneys or liver. This is what really is happening. A reverberation. You know, connect, punch, it shocks the whole organ. Just shakes it through. And that's basically what sort of downs your opponent, is that reverberation of the organs. Note, self-defense is for your safety. Your life matters. Remember that. Saving yourself takes priority. Okay? In self-defense, that's what it's all meant for. And when I say self-defense is used for saving your life, you have no excuses to pull any of your punches in these real scenarios. This is just one simple tool in the toolbox. Remember, this is only like I had to look it out to see how much I can technically teach you guys that I'm able to film properly. Please note, I am a first degree black belt in my martial arts, and I do have a degree. I literally signed it in my own blood. So I'm just saying, these are really coming from my over 10 years plus of martial arts experience. So definitely pay attention. Hope you guys learned how to throw a punch. Let's go over the basics. Use your hips when you're punching. Twist and turn. Mutaquan knuckles, your two big ones. Those are the first things that should hit the person. Never tuck your thumb. Always keep a proper fist so you don't break your thumb or your hand.